After I found out what to do and how it works, I started with this one. So this took me 3 months.
Wow, this looks beautiful. I mean, imagine if they could put this map in freaking Shadow and Deadzone.
Yeah, that's what
This
that was my main intention.
right.
You can see I also made a nicer sky because the original invasion sky is very depressing.
No, not really.
And
I like see Invasion is my favorite map. I keep
yeah,
telling people.
but it's so grayish. And
No, it's not.
also, see, I made new mountains with more snow.
What? That's dope.
It's the Himalaya.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, I took a picture of some panorama picture of Himalaya and made a texture out of it.
Huh. That's a lot of
So you
work,
see the
though.
Himalayas.
I mean, not only that,
I
it's not.
also added I also added those ones. Those are
That's
important.
nice. Zone
Zone
version.
brother
Yeah.
flag.
Yep.
It's
That's
the zone
nice.
brother flag.
I mean, like the whole. I mean, I can imagine like amount of time and effort that goes into it, but then the
Yeah, so
thought
this one was
process.
3 months.
Yeah, the thought process of just like um thinking about thinking about the things, for example, that you just said Himalayas, and how you
Mm.
came up with that idea, and just trying to incorporate that idea in this freaking map is just crazy. I mean, it's not easy to do all the thing. On top of that, you're making it even better. That's just mind-boggling.
So this is another map I made. This one was faster because it's quite easy. As you can see, it's
Hmm.
only containers.
So what's the name of this map?
Gemini port. It's
Gemini
like
Port.
Renegade port. It has these cranes. They are also already also in Invasion,
Uh-huh.
but only on the
Oh, they are
lower below the
cranes.
bridge.
I thought that was
Yeah,
a bridge.
those are container cranes. You can see it over. Oh, those are bigger cranes.
Ah,
But in the back is, I think, also one with here. Here you can see it.
okay.
Okay.
Other.
Yeah, okay. And I also, because I was, you can see here, I made a mini map of it, so you can see the layout from top view.
Ah, yep.
And I also, because it's not, so some people told me, the map is pretty large and we need more zone control maps. So I made a second version of it. It's called Gemini Port Zone Control.
Okay.
Oh, wrong map, no, right map. So you can see here's the mini map again, this time with zones. It's the same map, minus the explosive containers, but as zone control.
Interesting.
It's ideal for snipers.
Yeah.
It's pretty large and open, and it's played a lot.
I actually seen the video of this map.
Took me another day to make the zone control version out of it.
And these are the only map, or do you have any other maps in your mind that you're,
I have some other maps in my mind, like a small palace version that goes a little bit deeper. Maybe so with the palace theming, that is a castle or a dungeon, but a little more, yeah, I don't know.
So
more twisted, like with bigger stairs that goes in circles, down, down, down. Something like that. And I also made from this map a 1 versus 1 map.
Okay.
A smaller version for DMs because people said they need 1 versus 1 map, so I made one.
That's nice.
It's not official yet. You see here are some maps of staff only. Those are only for a few people because they still have some bugs.
Okay. Now, you can only create maps, or you can also, create your own different type of guns, or update the.
Yeah, we have one gun. It's a test weapon. Someone already was on this map. You see, this one is only half the size of the original map, and I won. We have the, where is it? Here it is, the test gun. It's just one gun we made to see if it even works to add new guns.
Test. Actually, I've seen this picture before.
Yes, from the Unity asset store. It's a model for free. And the main issue with new guns isn't the model itself, because you can buy models for $2 or $5 or whatever. But to come up with some interesting weapon stats. That's the more interesting stuff. So how fast should the bullets be? How accurate?
Right.
So make it balanced, so it's not a flop like Smasher, or it's not overpowered. That's the harder part of the work. Just more thought about it. So you can see how fast this gun is. It's a Causes almost no damage, but it's ultra fast.
Wow.
And very accurate. It's like a sniper gun almost.
What's the name of the gun?
Test gun.
Duh. Duh.
That's for testing it. I can see that's A for bullets, and it's
wow. They're coming out fast.
pretty fast.
Yeah. It looks like Shredder.
And you see, it's faster than Shredder. It's more accurate than Shredder.
And
it has a limit.
Like a mix
it's like a mix of Shredder and Bandit or something.
I was gonna say Marauder.
Way more accurate. Yeah, it's way faster than Marauder and more accurate.
Like when it comes to the
but less damage. But less damage.
When it comes to the the look of it, you know what I mean? To some extent.
Yeah, the look. We didn't pay much attention to the look. It was just a gun that fit into the hands of a Shadowgun character.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So we used it. Let's see on some other map if I can shoot some people.
Can you just have like a no gun in the hands of Shadowgun deadzone character? Just let them.
Then you can spawn. Then you can spawn.
Oh, okay.
That's in the controller that you can spawn them. Okay. And I'm also lagging. That's because of TeamViewer.
Yeah.
Basically, I would maybe 2 hours or 3 hours of work, and then after that, they go online, and then I just add some lights.
Yep.
Or fix some stuff that doesn't work really good.
I can imagine that. You should have put like an unlimited ammo on this one, no reload. Like
it's 60 bullets, but it's hard to hit somebody if he lags or if you lags. But
right, no.
If you don't have much lags, then it's very accurate.
Right. But then imagine a gun with unlimited ammo with only 0.01 damage.
Yeah,
you know
something like that.
So that'd be crazy.
Something like that.
People will still use it because they don't have to reload. You know.
Don't know if you have seen this map. This is Palace, but I made deathmatch out of it.
Okay.
Oops.
What?
Not nice. Not nice.
Nah, melee noobs. I'm myself is a melee noob, man. If you have seen my videos, I melee every time I get an opportunity.
Well, you can see much of the map, but that's the map I got from Madfinger in the second package, and it was a map without lights.
Okay.
So it took me like 2 weeks or 3 weeks to rebuild all the lights that the original map has, because when you open a Unity 4 map in Unity 5, the map is just black.
Oh, wow.
It's just plain black, you don't see anything. Oh, I can show you because I have an old client where you see how the map looks like without a new light map. Yeah. This is how Unity 4 map looks like in Unity 5.
So how the hell you even figured it out? Like what's where? Oh my god, dude.
You see those are the lights and where those little stairs are?
I can't.
This is the window on the side, and when I go to the front, there should be C somewhere.
Wow, dude. Like I can't see anything.
Those are those little plates with the blue lights.
Wow. Like, how did you even figure out like what's where, like in this dark map?
Well, you have different views in Unity where you can see that map.
Wow.
You can first of all to set up a new sunlight, and then everything looks just yellow, and without any shadows on anything, and then you start to building light for light.
Wow.
And that's how original Shadowgun maps look like in Unity 5.
Wow. That's crazy.
So this would be, or that's the same way my maps look like in Unity 4 if they just add my maps like they are into the existing game. So that's the problem they have. Some lights like this, point lights still work, but all other lights don't work.
Yeah.
This is how you start. So it took me like 2 weeks or so to recreate the original light, so it looks like the original Palace.
All right.
Well, I tried to make Palace as accurate as possible because I thought maybe if they want to update Shadowgun, but they don't want to work or waste time on the maps, then somebody has to do it. So I thought maybe I will do it.
Yeah.
So I started with Palace to show them, okay, it's possible to do it. I can do it if they want to. Then it takes a lot of time.
Cool.
So there would be a way if they say, okay, you know what, we're gonna do an update on Shadowgun, but all the maps has to be redone. So I'm there. I
Yeah.
can do it.
Yeah, that's
Or I
true.
can try at least.
That's true.
I can try at least.
That's
So
true.
that's how it would look like. Power Hub. This is a map Madfinger once made.
Oh,
I think it was the very first Shadowgun Deadzone map.
Okay.
They used it as a demo before Shadowgun Deadzone got released.
Really?
I just changed a little bit on it, but it's really small and very repetitive. It looks all the same. The layout is also all the same. You just go in circles. But this was the first demo map, and I worked on it to make it work because I only got a sketch of it. So where parts of it worked, parts didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I made it function, but it's really small. It's there the map starts and there it ends.
That's it.
So it just goes from here to there, and from here to over there. This wall is the end.
Okay.
This is the map.
It's very small. Yeah, I can see, but it's beautiful.
It's very small, but it's fun with a lot of action.
Yeah,
This is the end of the map on the other side. So
oh wow.
let's go out. You can see here the layout.
Right.
So this is where I'm standing now.
In the middle.
This is where I'm looking through, and this is where I was before and shooting here, there.
Wow.
That's it. So you go here in circles, and that's it. So I made a second version of this map. They will show up some strange things now because I added some colliders and made them prink. So I see why I added the new ones because the stairs are kind of bumpy.
Right.
So I added those ones so it's easier to get up there. You see, now it will bump. These ones are bumpy. Added those ones, they will be invisible later.
Okay.
I just let them in this color so I know, okay, I added some and I have to add some here and some here, but at first I had to test if they even work.
Okay.
If you get stuck there. I also added here some lights. You see you have here a green area, so you know where you are. Those are green also, so you know on which side of the map you are.
True, true, true.
And so here I added some blue. So you know, okay, this is the center. And usually the map ended here. This was the end of the map, so I added this one. A little different layout, so it's not that boring, and with a sniper lane. So here you can snipe how much you want.
Looks dope, man. Man, amazing job.
There are a lot of sniping duels in here.
It's not for speed. I mean, it's not easy work. It's a lot of work, and it's very tedious, I can imagine. So kudos to you. You gotta have like a lot of patience to, just keep doing it,
Yeah, it took me a lot of time to learn even what I'm doing because when I started with GMKit, I never heard anything like a game engine or any. I didn't know how to make a map or how maps get made. I never cared about such stuff. I didn't even know that Unity was a thing.
All right.
I just saw there's a Unity logo. Okay, I don't know. It's maybe someone who sponsored Madfinger. I don't know what it is. I didn't care. This is the very first map I made that works.
Okay.
I made the very first map that I made is, you can see it still on my YouTube channel. It's the white mountain thing. I don't know. It's not really a map. I just downloaded GMKit and Unity, watched a tutorial by Braindead on how to add terrain, and that's it. And I just made something, and it somehow worked, but it wasn't really a map, and it was so buggy. I kept suiciding all the time.
Wow.
So then I found a guy on Unity forums, I think. I can't even remember anymore. And he said he can do a map for $100. So I collected money by those 4 guys. They paid for it, and the guy made a map. Well, it wasn't very good, but it was a map, and it worked. And I could ask the guy some stuff, so I learned by watching what he was doing. I learned some stuff about doing maps. So even if the map sucks, at least I learned how to do new, better maps.
That's true. That's true.
Those are the people. Those are the first 4 people who paid anything for Comzone or for a map or for anything GMKit related.
This was the map. This is the first map you said, right? And I've actually seen this map before. It looks fucking dope. But
yeah, but it has a lot of flaws. It's the layout is boring. I already changed it a little bit. I think I'm gonna redo a lot of the layout soon. It's very limited. I think you can do way better stuff with the space. It's here crammed with covers, so if you spawn in here, it's hard to get out.
What?
It's really hard to get out. It's like a death trap. You spawn in here, and people are waiting up there.
Wow.
And that's it for you.
Then you're done.
So so I'm gonna have to do a lot of this map. But it was the very first map. It was completed in June last year, and that gave me the idea on how to do maps, because the guy who made those maps, he didn't have much time, but he had some time to explain me stuff.
True.
I told him, change this, change that, how to change this, how to change that.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I learned to make maps. So thanks to those 4 guys on this poster, I I know what I know.
And what are their names?
The first one is Hyperhack.
Uh-huh.
The second one is Paracetamol. He's a songwriter now and goes by the name of Paradroid now. Evo Profane, that's me. I also paid money. And Challenger from PK.
Okay.
So those 4 people paid for this map.
Got it.
So I have 4 maps by different guys.
Okay.
In Comzone, they started their maps and they stopped working on them because they lost interest.
Yeah, I can
Since
imagine.
Madfinger didn't respond, so they said, it's just a waste of time. Stop doing it.
That's
So
something.
my hope is they keep doing Shadowgun, and one day they add my maps so other people get inspired and say, okay, I'm gonna do a good map also.
True.
They're gonna add my maps if it's good, so I'm gonna work really hard on my maps, and I hope they add them too. That's what I hope for.
That's cool.
Second thing that could happen is they shut down Shadowgun.
Right.
Well, then what? I will try to talk them into giving me Shadowgun, the original maps they have.
Okay.
And I will keep Shadowgun alive, or at least I will try.
Or
somehow, or work with someone who has the ability to keep Shadowgun alive, and I say, okay, let's do this together.
Right.
And this would be an option if they consider it, because I think it would be a waste of resources if they say, okay, we have Shadowgun, we shut it down, we throw the stuff away. That I think they would be happy if it was still somewhere online, so people remember that game.
Yeah.
And maybe get new customers for their new games, because they say, I'm playing this game that's called Shadowgun. Maybe there's some other game or new version of Shadowgun. Maybe I can find some other game, or maybe there's a single player game I can play offline with the same name.
True.
And then they buy the Shadowgun original app, something like that. So it's like promotion for other MFG games if they're still alive somewhere.
True.
That would be a nice option as well. It would be a lot of work because I would have to convert all the old maps instead of Madfinger doing it, but I would do it. And third option is they shut down Shadowgun. They don't give it to me or anybody else.
Right.
So I probably have to focus more on Comzone, find some sponsor or anything, so I can buy better servers. And I keep Comzone alive with new maps and better maps.
Cool.
Or I lose interest and I'll find nobody who sponsors me. Then
this is one of
I will just keep Comzone on a small server for a few people I know.
Right.
So we play like 20 or 30 people like it is now in Comzone, and that's it.
Wow.
So those are, I guess, the 4 options.
So this is one of the things I believe that really makes the difference when you are working on something, and like for example, personally speaking, when I'm working on something at work and you're working on a project or something, I'm not expecting a praise or something from my supervisor or my manager, but a small recognition, small recognition that, hey, good job, that really boosts the morale, that really boosts the freaking morale, and
it's nice. Yeah, it's nice to have that, but I also need to be paid for the server, or it doesn't make sense to make new cool maps when I can also make cheap and easy maps.
Right, but then
because there is no chance it gets into Shadowgun, so I don't need too much effort to put into these maps.
True.
This is a 1 versus 1 map of Palace.
Oh, you took all those that part off. That's freaking dope.
Yeah, so you can get there, and you can't get further than this. Also blocked, so you only have the area around C for duels. It's also just 1 versus 1.
Wow, that looks.
And I'm also working on a new map.
Okay.
The original Palace Zone Control map, but I took off this wall. And same with this wall on the other side. You can go directly from A to C and from C to E.
Haha, that's awesome.
So you don't have here this camping with D and B.
Right.
So you can work just past that and attack from the other side as well.
That's nice.
I hope it will be a more interesting zone control map then.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna work next on.
All right.
But it will probably take me 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I don't know yet.
Cool beans, cool beans.
Okay, and watch this video. This is what I made on the very first day.
Okay, maximize it.
There's not much to maximize. This is, I just used the terrain tool, just copied stuff from Vortex onto plain terrain, and oops, just misclicked.
That looks dope.
That was what I made on the very first day. I thought I don't have any intentions to make a map, but if I show people that it's not that hard to make a map on one day,
Right.
or to make something where you can run around and shoot around,
Right.
then it will inspire other people so they start making maps, but
True.
nobody did it, so I kept on doing new maps.
That's one thing about Shadowing a Deadzone community. They want stuff, but they don't want to
But nobody wants to do anything. Yeah.
Right. They're fucking.
And I thought, okay, I'm gonna do this map, and people see it on YouTube, and they say, I can do better than that. I can do better than that. But
right.
Nobody did.
They're like, fuck it.
Or almost nobody. There was like 3 people or so working on maps, and that was it. Here you can see the very first version of Invasion Arena.
Oh, this is does that?
Yeah, that's the Invasion Arena, the very first version I made.
I think I've seen that one too. I'm
yeah,
not sure.
that's how it started. That's how it started, this invasion map.
That looks dope.
This
can you go up? Can you climb up? Like, can you run?
No,
up?
not really. Not really.
Okay.
Not really. It's
why sky is black? Like, do you need to?
I had no skybox. It was like the very first version where I tried out how large is it, the area.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have any original assets or anything.
Mm-hmm.
I just used something I ripped off from the PC client, from the old PC client.
Mm-hmm.
So there were no textures. It was just a white object. I added just some random textures so I can see where I am, because otherwise everything would have been white.
Mm-hmm.
And I just added objects from core to see the size of it.
Okay.
Is it large enough? Is it too large? What can I do down there?
Mm.
So that's how I started with the Invasion Arena.
That's crazy.
And then I started to texturize this with the real textures, add the mountains, add the sky, add other stuff, rebuild the bridge, because the bridge is only visible from the inside and from some parts of it. From the other side, it's invisible.
Okay.
Because it's only one-sided material, so I had to rebuild a lot of stuff. Because you can, I don't know if I'm looking down there, up there somewhere, but you can see there is here, you can see through it. There's no floor when you look from below, and there are no walls, no railings.
Interesting.
So all this had to be rebuilt. So that's how it was. That's how it started with the map.
Wow.
That's why it took me 3 months.
So why it like interests you to make this map? Like, this is something that you like to do, or this is something that you do like on your like personal life as well?
I do it because it has to be done.
Hey man.
I don't like doing maps. It's awful. It's awful work for me.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be patient. You have to keep so much things in mind.
Yep.
You add so much bugs. You get so many errors.
Yep.
You have to start over and over again because something doesn't work, and you have to scrap all. And mostly because I don't know what I'm doing, I guess.
But just the curiosity.
just like things like this one I had, where I made something and then half of my maps looked like this. Yeah, after a while I had this. When I spawned, the maps were like this.
Wow.
You couldn't see anything. You couldn't see your player. You didn't know where you were.
Wow.
You just could move in circles around the map.
Wow, that's funny.
So this happened to half of my maps. I didn't know why. Those are the setbacks. That's the stuff that happens then after a while.
Wow.
And so stuff like this holds me back a lot. Way more. I waste way more time on such things than on really creating the map. Because it doesn't work. I do something and then suddenly nothing works anymore.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I work like 2 hours on the map, and then I work like 4 hours on the bugs.
Wow.
Because I'm not really that secure about what I'm doing, so I do some stuff and then it's all messed up.
Wow.
And then I don't remember what I've done. So
that's the problem with me too.
So I often restart it from scratch again. I have like the same project like 20 times.
Wow.
On my HD because I messed something so badly up that I couldn't use it anymore. So I just copied the stuff that worked and added it into a new project. and restart it again.
Wow.
But at least I started doing backups, so I can just go back every now and then. But that's how it is. But I don't like making maps. I never was interested in doing maps. I just do it because nobody else does. I don't know how fast they really are with that new game. They will announce it in 10 days, and I don't know if they will release it in 1 month or 3 months or 1 year or 2 years.
Hey, listen, if they're about to reveal the name of the game and the information about the game in 2 weeks, right? And if they reveal everything is good to go, I'm pretty sure they will be releasing the game within, let's say, 3 months.
Maybe, yeah.
Or faster than that.
Maybe. I don't know how much they can show.
I'm pretty sure they will make like a small like a montage or like a clip, like the way they made it for Shadowgun itself.
Something like that. I don't know how long it usually takes them after a game is announced with the release. If it takes them another 2 months, or if it takes them another year. I don't know.
What I've heard.
But I guess you should hurry up. If they really release it fast, and if they really decide, oh, there are so many people on the new game and everybody is leaving the old game. I don't know what they will do with Shadowgun.
Yeah, let's just keep.
Because then there's no reason to keep it online.
True. But I'm pretty sure they will keep Shadowgun deadzone alive, even though.
Yeah, at least for a while, because I think the new game, as far as I heard, will only be mobile.
Only be mobile. That's awesome, dude.
I don't know. I don't play on mobile. I don't like it.
Dude,
I really suck at it.
See, I came from a mobile world, and I've been playing. You know that.
Well, I guess because they keep saying they want to be the best mobile company or mobile gaming company, and so I guess they will focus on mobile first.
Hey.
Because also with Shadowgun deadzone, I think it took them a year to release PC and Mac, and then another half year or so until they released Facebook.
Yep.
And as far as I know, Facebook won't work that long anymore.
Yep.
Because Unity is stopping the support for the caching system.
Oh, really?
And I think by the end of the year, so you can already, in new Unity versions, you can't build web player versions. So if you update the Unity 5.3.5, then you can't create clients for Facebook. They just deleted the function because it's not used anymore. So I guess one day there won't be any Facebook version.
Wow. Hey.
Because you don't get your game cached, and then it will be like in Comzone, where you have to reload the data again and again each time you want to play.
But that don't matter to me, because I don't play on Facebook, so I.
Yeah, you don't play on Facebook. I think a lot of Facebook players won't be able ever to play on the new game.
Hey.
And only for a while on the old game. So I guess they will, or at least those keyboard players, they will all be stuck with Shadowgun for a while at least. I don't know if they're gonna release then a Shadowgun standalone for PC and Mac again.
We'll see.
If Facebook gets shut down, or if they just shut down Shadowgun, I don't know yet, or what their plans are, or if they have any way to make it work with some different style of Unity, instead of Unity plugin with HTML5 plugins or something like that, to make games work in browsers. But I think browser games won't last long, at least for now, until they find something better. Because most of the browsers stop support for Unity plugins. It's like you can't play Shadowgun on Opera anymore. I think on the newest Firefox they also can't play Shadowgun anymore. They all stopped supporting the Unity plugin. So you can't make a new Shadowgun or a new game for Facebook anymore. At least you can now, but I think you only have like 3 months left or so. And then it will stop working.
Well, I hope it don't.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they will do. I will keep playing Shadowgun, I think, even if the new game is great, because I like simple games.
Right.
It took me like almost a year to learn all the maps in Shadowgun.
Really?
Yeah, I got lost very often in Palace.
Wow.
I never found the way to B or to D. When I started at A, I always ran through the pool.
Wow.
Then I ran to the spawn points of B, then I ran back to A.
Wow.
Never found the way to C. It took me long. And even worse with the DM maps, because in the DM maps I just spawned, I ran 2 seconds, and then I died. That's not how you learn a map. So I just knew, okay, I spawn, I die. I had scores like 230 or something.
Yeah,
it took me very long to learn the maps. I don't think I have the time again for a new game to
Yep.
learn new maps. I even get sometimes lost in the maps I made.
Yep, I can imagine. But
I
yeah,
made
man.
those maps, but sometimes I run around and I think, huh, where am I? How did I
Right.
get there?
Shadow, it's the most simplest game out there. I mean, it's not a whole lot to it. There's not a whole lot to it to the game, but it can be a little confusing time to time.
Yeah, but
Not for
it's
the
okay.
old players.
I think it's way worse with yeah. Well, I'm playing since 2013, so I'm playing for 3 years now.
Right.
So I at least know the old maps.
Yeah, I'm playing since
But it took me
2011.
some time. So I looked into a few games when those DDoS attacks happened to Shadowgun.
Mm.
And I tried a few games, but I didn't like any of them.
You don't like critical ops either?
Yeah, I don't like first-person shooters.
Ah.
It's too. I need to see somebody to move, so I know where I'm going to, or I don't get stuck at corners. I see who's shooting at me, or where the bullets come from, and that's why I also played GTA. And I never played first-person shooters really.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only first-person shooter I played was Marathon. This was in the early '90s on the Mac.
Oh wow.
A very early ego shooter, but that's almost it.
All right.
Every other game I played sucked for me.
Cool beans.
So that's the other down I have with the new game, because it will be first-person shooter.
Yep.
I don't like such stuff, and I don't know if they will add the option to use it in third person. But I'm not
You
sure.
watch my video? Did you watch my video?
Yeah.
That I made about the leaks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. I did talk about them, integrating a option where you can, switch back and forth between third person to first person.
Yeah.
That'll be nice, and it's never been done before. And if they happen to do
Mobile,
it,
I guess. I don't know how it is. But you have, I think in some shooter games, you have the option when you start. Yeah, it's like in GTA.
Right.
You switch to first person when you snipe, but that's it.
That's it. Yep. But
I could live with something like that, but not more first person.
Yeah.
The only games I like first person are racing games.
Yep.
And that's it, because then I know, okay, I don't see the back of my car. That's how I used to play.
Right. All right, Milan, I'm going to take off now. It was good talking to you, sir. All the information that you gave was very valuable, and I'm definitely going to, I'm actually a little busy next week. I'm actually moving to a new place, so I basically have scheduled a couple of videos to, get uploaded and, get processed next week. But once I'm, settled down at my new place, I'll definitely edit this, and I will post that on my channel. I really appreciate all the information that you shared with me. And, all the valuable information that you shared with me, basically all the clips, everything you shared with me about Comzone. And I will definitely put that. One more thing, definitely message me the donation link once I'm ready to upload this video. I will put that. And I just hope people watch and, they really appreciate everything that you've been doing for Comzone, in Comzone.
Okay.
All right. With that being said, I will see you next time, my brother.
Okay.
Bye. Good talking to you, my man.